The jury is split right down the middle when it comes to how the performance of the diagnostics or the hospital chains could be over the course of the next 2, 3, 5 years because of the competitive scenario. And the companies are somehow very confident of how their branding and their quality will stand out, and the newer entrants will not have it easy, either on the pricing side or on the business traction side. What's your sense?
So on healthcare services, our clear preference is towards hospitals over diagnostic services.
Okay.
Our view is that for the fact that both of these businesses pretty much offer you almost the same earning visibility, right? And, give or take a 15% earning EBITDA CAGR, right? That's pretty much an optimistic case for B2C diagnostic businesses, as well as, most hospitals should be able to deliver that kind of earnings growth. I mean, the multiples premium which is there for, and hospitals have far higher entry barriers than B2C diagnostic businesses do, right? So our preference is clearly towards hospitals over diagnostic services. I mean, a lot can go wrong for diagnostic services at this point of time, right? In a sense, we don't know how some of the competitive situations can actually play out. Yeah, I mean, there is a case. It may not be as worse as we expect, but a lot can go wrong from where we are today, right? Not a lot can go wrong for hospitals, because what we've seen essentially is the bulk of the organized healthcare hospital space in the country is in tier one metros, right? That's where bulk of the network today is. We've hardly had new hospitals coming up in these regions over the last 5 years, and similar is going to be the case over the next 5 to 10 years. In an economy where economies are growing on a consistent basis, disposable incomes are increasing on a consistent basis, people are getting older as we go along, right? And you've got only limited set of healthcare facilities. I mean, the demand supply is skewed towards, towards to the healthcare service providers, right? You cannot recreate new hospitals. It's not easy to do that in large towns and metros, right? So the entry barriers in hospitals are very large. Yeah, the question is, at what stage, at what pace can they grow their revenues? What pace can they get price hikes on an annualized basis? But I guess with the inflation that we are seeing, all services are gaining from the inflation which is around us, right? So our belief, are we more positive on hospitals in general? We believe diagnostics, the path ahead is fairly uncertain, and the multiples don't leave you with any room for any margin of safety on that account.
I was about to ask you that you don't reckon that the price corrective move that we've seen bakes in some of these pressures. You still think that even if they're not very expensive, they are certainly not cheap, the diagnostics?
Oh, they're expensive in my view.
They are expensive, okay.
For the earning that visibility that they offer.
Okay. And you reckon there is value in the hospital services business currently?
So I mean, so even in hospitals, for example, hospitals they've had their share of re-rating, right? Multiples have gone beyond where they were probably 2 or 3 years back. But I guess, but the performance of hospitals also has improved meaningfully versus what we expected them 2 years back. I guess across the board, if you look at hospitals, there's been earning upgrades which has come through for 24, for example, 23-24. There've been a series of earning upgrades which have come through across the board. So the performance of hospitals has been a lot better than what we expected. That's the reason which is driving the multiple upgrades. And my belief is, some of these earnings, we don't see a downturn in earnings happening just yet.